I'm a young man. I'm ready to face the consequences of my actions. I just really wish it was me facing those consequences.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today I bring you an update to a story I did a little while ago about a student in Ontario, Canada, who had been punished by his Catholic private school, for organizing a so-called anti-trans protest. The heart of the matter is that he says there's only two genders. That is the whole heart of the matter. That spiraled out of control. It got him expelled from the school, or at least it got him expelled from in-person education. I think they were trying to get him to stay home and take online only while everybody else is in the actual school. He tries to go back to the school. They arrest him. It's a whole big thing. And now his parents are being punished, allegedly, by that same school because they both work at that school. And you can only just put two and two together and get four and see that the reason why they're being punished is because of what their son tried to do. And before I go any further into it, let's get a little bit of a refresher so you can really get the full scope of what's happening here. I'll link to this in the description box if you want to see it for yourself without my commentary. If you're on IG, visit link in the bio, go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
So, yeah, the entire issue basically started when I moved to the Catholic board. I used to be in the public board, and very quickly I was informed by female students that male students were using the female washrooms. This is an issue that came up in a class debate, and I used that platform to share my opinions, as every other student had the opportunity to do. And I quoted some scripture. I said that there's only two genders, and apparently because there was transgender students in those classes, that was considered bullying. And I went beyond the classroom, and I took it to the office, and I said, okay, this is an issue. There's female students that are uncomfortable. Something needs to be done. And I was ignored. A female student made the same complaint I did, and they ignored her as well. So at that point, I decided to organize a protest outside my school. And 2 days before the protest, they suspended me indefinitely. And then they permanently banned me from two of my classes. And when I attended those classes, they suspended me again and then excluded me twice. And at the end of the semester, on the first day of the new semester, I decided to return to school and try to recover my credits and actually get an education. And yeah, they arrested me.
So that is just the story right there. This is from a few months ago. When was this? This is February 16th, 2023. So earlier this year, that is just of what happened. Now, this has still kind of been going on. All right, this has still kind of been going on. Here is an update from the young man right here. Let's check it out.
This morning,
His name is Josh Alexander. He's a student activist. And the hat he has on says, "Save Canada." Yeah, please save Canada, because they are pretty far gone with this kind of stuff happening within their country borders.
found out that my mom has been put under investigation and removed from the classroom indefinitely. My dad had already been kicked out 2 weeks ago. He's also under investigation, and it would appear it's simply just because they're my parents. So I'm a young man. I'm ready to face the consequences of my actions. I just really wish it was me facing those consequences. I mean, they arrested me. They put me in cuffs, the back of the cruiser a couple times, but I don't care. I'm still fighting, and that's not going to discourage me.
Good for you.
But it's just wrong that my family has to pay the price for that, just simply because I said that God made male and female in my classroom. And yeah, the consequences have been fairly significant up to this point.
So that's crazy. It's like, look, he is not trying to remove responsibility, accountability, or anything like that for himself. He's not trying to do that at all. But at a certain point, it's like, okay, well, let me be the person that takes any kind of responsibility. If there's any punishment to dole it out to me. But why are you going to get my mom involved? Why are you going to get my dad involved? They don't have anything to do with this. This is on me. The school is apparently, from what I'm able to see, retaliating against not only him, but his parents, because they work there at that same school. This is a Catholic school. like I said from the beginning, and I'm not trying to attack religion, don't get misunderstood, but do you guys think that religion is going to save you in this situation? I think this is much bigger than that. Okay, I think at a certain point, you've had a lot of these extremists infiltrate religion. I think we kind of know that. That's pretty obvious. You see what's going on here, right? And my next point that I almost forgot to make was, some may say, well, that's Canada ABL. They're crazy anyway. It's right here. It's in this country. Look at the headline right before. It's the New York Post. Students at Ritzy, so probably private, paying a lot of money, Ritzy, New York City school, forced to attend drag show in church. In church. This is from last year, August 2022. Okay. Her name is Britta Filter. Ridiculous, stupid, clownish names, right? This is what is going on. Students at a Ritzy Manhattan private school, again, paying big money, were reportedly forced to attend a drag show at church as part of its LGBTQ plus pride celebrations earlier this year. Grace Church High School, hold on, a progressive independent Episcopal school in the East Village that charges $59,000 per year. $59,000 per year for yearly tuition, invited renowned New York City drag queen Britta Filter. I'm not making it up. Britta Filter. Like the thing you put up under your water in your kitchen to get clean water. To its sixth annual. So this ain't even nothing new. Okay, remember, this happened last year, 2022. So sixth annual. I mean, I'm no mathematician. I'm no Albert Einstein. But we're going all the way back to 2016 with this at a church, at a private school in New York City. So here's a question. Can you even escape this kind of stuff? And a lot of these urban inner cities, not even urban inner cities, cities, okay? A lot of these cities all over the country, Canada, parts of Western Europe, you're going to find this type of stuff going on. And look at this. This is in a church in New York, right here in the USA last year. And it's been going on for the past going on 7 years now. In 2023, it'd be the 7th annual LGBT celebration they got going on. Okay. Is that Britta Filter right there? Yes, it is. Britta Filter. All right. And this is probably majority white. You got this. I'm not sure what kind of color person this is. That doesn't really matter too much, but it kind of does. And you know the reason why the color and stuff matters? This is probably going to be mostly white. The color matters. The color matters because they link black to LGBT. So when you have a black trans female or whatever dancing and prancing around in front of kids, that's seen as progressive. That's seen as woke because of the LGBT part and the black part. That is seen as a thing that is good for society. I'm not sure how it's good for the kids and their education, how it's relevant to their education, but that's where we are right now. So as I close, I want to say this. Some may think that this whole LGBT thing is kind of isolated in certain pockets, and if you're religious, you're exempt. No, it's all over the place. You can see it in a big city like New York City, maybe even in your local small town might be going on in a library somewhere tucked off in the corner. It might be a few so-called progressives or whatever kind of P word you want to call them. Different story, I digress. It's little pockets of them that have found an avenue to exploit for their own purposes. And we see it right here today. People being punished, people being arrested. Like, it's one thing to have these people come to your church voluntarily. That's bad enough. But then when you say, hey, maybe that shouldn't happen, and you get arrested, you can't even go to school, your parents are being punished as a result of what you did, which wasn't even illegal, you got to ask yourself, where are we going? Or maybe even, where are we right now? But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about the young man, Josh Alexander, being arrested, first of all, for organizing the so-called anti-trans protests and saying, hey, maybe the biological males should not be in the same bathroom with biological females, and also saying that there's two genders. And how is saying that there's two genders bullying? It's biological fact. Okay. If I say the sun is shining right now and the sun is shining, but somebody's having the dark, cloudy day in their mind, am I bullying them? This is ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. But I say it over and over again. We know where it's headed. We know where we're going. They've infiltrated all areas of life, really. where they're going next. It's going to take us to say, you know what, no more. One of the first things, hit them in the wallet. Don't give these woke companies any more money. Don't give, like, if you got a church that's doing something like this, don't go to that church anymore. Okay, and then if there's nobody in the pews, if there's no crowds, if there's no more offerings or anything like that, then maybe they kind of reevaluate what they're doing and go a different direction. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.